Hello everyone, welcome to another podcast, a Promise podcast. And this is post the summer transfer window. We did the mid reviews, the links are down below. You can have a check. Now that the summer transfer window is done, we review each club's summer transfer windows, and this video is about Man United and Chelsea. So yeah, we also reviewed Barcelona, Arsenal, Liverpool, since those are the set of fans that we had, and we also did our predictions. All of those to come in separate videos for sure this week and upcoming weeks. So stay tuned, like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon because lots of videos to come. It was a long conversation. This is the first snippet. Hope you enjoy. Do like the video and comment down your thoughts as well. Open to any discussion. So there's a video right onto the podcast. Hope you enjoy. Bye bye. Hello everyone. Welcome again to a Promise podcast, which is the end of summer transfer window podcast, where we review each of our club's transfer windows. We had done our mid review last month, so we'll see what progress we've had, if the love story between Chelsea Barcelona continued. Yes, it did. And we'll see where our Man United fans. We have a new Man United fan. Of course, we'll introduce each one of them, but where we will see the sentiments around the clubs between the mid review and today. And we'll also give us basic expectation, a season preview of what's about to come for each of our clubs. So, quickly introducing our panel. We'll start with the usual ones first. Deepesh Vadwa, Barcelona fan. Welcome again. Lots to
Hello.
talk about your club's window.
Yes.
Yes, welcome again, Deepesh. And
Thank
then
you,
we have,
thank you.
we have our cop here, but in yellow attires. But behind him, you can see a blur of red for sure. So, Shrenik, Liverpool fan, welcome again, Shrenik.
Thank you so much. Looking forward to it again.
Hopefully, I was hoping Shrenik is the midfielder that Liverpool was going to sign, but anyway, they were able to sign someone at the end. And another repeat on the podcast, Chelsea fan Neeraj Pal, here after a tough night personally, but he
Yeah,
made it on the podcast. That's the dedication that Neeraj has for his club. So welcome Neeraj again, and lots to
thank
talk
you.
about your club's window as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Full
It's
Malabar.
pre.
And
Yeah,
last but not the least, a new panelist, a United fan, and one of the most passionate football fans, sport fans. And if it's connected to United, it goes up a notch. So Sahil Patel in the house, hardcore
Thanks,
United
guys.
fan, as you can see. Welcome Sahil Patel to the
Thank you
podcast.
so much, guys. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. And just looking at the past podcasts, I've been like, when will I be a part of it? Because I have to like speak my heart out and just rant about my club and also discuss about the different clubs as well. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, we were waiting. I mean, Sahil was waiting for United to have a run of form, good run of form before he came on the podcast. Otherwise, he
Yes,
would have been
yes.
tough to handle.
Yeah.
So
I mean, let's see today how much emotions are controlled and what is not controlled.
yeah. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start with United if everyone's okay, and yeah, I mean I'll just start it with a small roll on, and then we can take it over from there. Man United, I mean, lots of money spent, of course. But in total, Dipesh, how much has Man United spent this summer? I think they spent 262 million this summer, and that of course includes a few record signings, Anthony for 90 plus, Casemiro, and yeah, of course, and a few others. I think by mid review, Lisandro was signed, Dipesh Shenik or not? Oh no, we were hoping that they were signing for each of our clubs, but he ended up signing for United. So yeah,
Mm,
lots of in, lots of out. Sahil, over to you. How do you feel? What were your expectations before the window? And yeah, how did United fare with respect to that?
Correct. So, basically, before the window, there were definitely a lot of expectations because it was a horrific season that we had last few seasons were horrific actually. Like not talking more about the results, but more about the style of play that we had adopted, right? Like it was it was really painful to watch United. It was really painful to watch McTominay and Fred in the midfield, because it was like this is not the United that we've been supporting. And so obviously results, like you could see the results coming not in our favor, and it was all a very shabby, unclean United that was there. So obviously summer transfers were very, very important to build the team, to build the foundation, and to create a style of play which we can sustain throughout the seasons coming in. So first important was Eric Ten Hag, which came in, which was really something which I personally wanted, because seeing Eric Ten Hag in Ajax was actually something very felt fresh, felt something like he can really change the style of football if he comes to United. So that was really one of the
Coach
very
with a
good things that
plan.
happened. Yeah, a man with a plan, right? Correct. So that was one thing. Then post that, getting players that fit in his profile, that fit in the style of play that he has, right, was another very good thing that we pushed on. The unfinished love story between United and Frankie De Jong, right? It continued till the end. Like, I remember till the last day, deadline day, it was like he will sign, or he will not, whatever. I personally wanted him to sign, obviously, because we wanted that number 8 player coming into the team and holding the entire midfield, which I still think is missing, because we have, obviously, we signed Casemiro, and we have players developing into that play. But I genuinely feel he should have come into United, and it would have been like I think a 10 on 10 rating, if from a rating perspective, the summer transfer window. But okay, it's okay if he's like again he's not interested, so he's not interested. But coming to the transfers, again, I feel really good transfer window we had. We signed Lisandro Martinez, which has playing been really well. Last 4 matches I've been like in awe with him. First player who comes in and wins the Manchester United Player of the Month. Like, the first month he's playing, and he's just like
Oh, did he?
putting it out there. There were a lot of critics about his height and everything, but I think he shut them up very properly. So Lisandro Martinez, another very good signing. Apart from that, I think we have to see how Casemiro performs, because I've
Yeah.
just seen like few minutes of his coming into the play, and just trying to build the ball from the midfield.
He hasn't
Uh,
yet started for United, right? Not yet.
he hasn't. So
Okay.
he's been coming in as a sub, and really good plays from the sub. But I want to see him full 90 minutes into the game, where how he fits into the structure. So yeah, Casemiro, another thing. Uh, uh, Also, one of the good signings that we did was
Namaste.
Anthony, I feel, right? Anthony, last deadline day signing, and the drama around it that went, right, where he's not training with Ajax and all that. But Anthony was something which was expected from the start, because we wanted a left winger, a person who would kind of replace our Bade Bhaiya Ronaldo, because Bade Bhaiya wanted to leave, and he was like not play and everything. But I think he's still there, which is a good thing for United. But Anthony is something which we were looking for, and he came in. So that is another very good transfer for Manchester United. Apart from that, I think we had smaller transfers like Dubravka and all, which were like a second goalkeeper that we needed. So so all in all, Manchester United spent a good amount of money. I think they got the right player to fit in the Eric Ten Hag style, and it could have been better with Frankie De Jong, but I think in retrospect it will not matter much, because the
Yeah.
kind of football that we've been playing for last 2-3 games, I think the team has a lot more to offer. It has a lot more potential to go up the heights, uh, and yeah, if I want to rate out the entire transfer window, I would rate around 8 to 8.5 out of 10,
Okay.
because I think the key, the structural key parts which were missing are kind of being filled
It
right
has.
now. Yeah, it has already been filled right now. So I think it's just that everything, when it comes together, all the gears start working together. I think Manchester United has a lot to offer, and it has a great potential in the upcoming season.
Oh, so
And
just one thing, Shrenik. So it seems the Glazers have their target done. Fans are happy.
No, so no. So let me clarify that,
Yeah.
right?
That's
No, 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 no. So okay, so fans are happy, I think, with the players right now,
8.5.
but but not with the management, right? Again,
Oh,
I still support Glazers out because I think it's been a high time that it's they have to go out. They have robbed our club like
yeah.
anything. So yeah. I think Glazers should be out. The management has to get fired, get in a new management. But I think it's starting from the bottom of the pyramid, so it will go up the above.
This Glazers out campaign is a win-win for the entire league because as soon as Glazers start protesting, United signed two great. I mean, normally they tend to sign fantastic players, so-called, not necessarily
Right.
profiles, but fantastic players. Fans are happy, United fans, and the rest of the league is also happy because it's not necessarily the greatest profile. So, so I mean, it's a win-win. But yeah, we'll see. Yeah, Shreni, you were saying, sorry.
No, that was the only question I had. If the gears don't start working again, it's again Glazers out. So we'll have to see how long the gears keep working and how long this Glazers out remains silent.
Yeah.
I think, but I genuinely think that if the gears are also working, United plays good and everything and all that. I think still the Glazers out campaign will continue till the end of the season, if not because I think people are just past that threshold. It's been like there is like a threshold where you can tolerate
Yeah. Bear it.
tolerate bullshit to one level. But I think now it's done. Now I don't think it will matter that much. So yeah.
But
Let's.
but I have a question. Like, can the fans really kick out a owner? Like, I don't know
You
if
know what
I've seen
happens,
that.
Dipesh? Fans,
Mm,
if even if they cannot kick out, what it does is it pushes the club to spend,
right.
uh,
Yeah.
wherein they might have not planned to. Rather, it
Like,
can be
but
sustainable, it can
yes,
be
yes,
not.
yes.
Hmm.
I understand that, but I think like as Sahil said that threshold pass हो गया है. Uh, so I don't know. See if United end up winning a trophy or finishing in the top four comfortably. I don't know if the United fans would still say with the thing that Glazers out, they want Glazers out.
I'll give you a relatable example at Arsenal. I think after the ESL, European Super League, I think majority of the clubs wanted their owners out. But for Arsenal
Yeah.
especially, I think we had finished 8th. So we also wanted Kroenke out. And there was a process in place which only purists could see because it's difficult for a common fan to look at tactics being employed. But because
Mm,
of profiles, it's not coming on the pitch. Or common fan cannot understand that. But as soon as results started coming, now everyone's happy. We had all
right,
or nothing
right.
in all or nothing, we could see the owner how supportive he was
Yeah.
all of that. So things change overnight. I mean, common fan sentiments is should not be looked into, and owners cannot be removed by fans 100%. If you ask me that,
Right.
what it
Correct.
can do is it can push them to spend, which is also not good. I mean, if that's the reason you're spending, but yeah, for each their own.
भाई ऐसा खुद का धंधा छोड़ के थोड़ी जाएगा किधर भी बोलेगा तो.
Or it's billions we're talking about. I mean, but yeah,
Billions.
it pressures. So, my personal small thing was, yeah, United need a ball progressor still. They needed one, but with Casemiro, Ten Hag needs to shift to a double pivot instead of his lone six tactic positional play, which he uses at Ajax and which he's comfortable with. But now that he has Casemiro and he couldn't get a ball progressor in, which Dipesh would tell us how much De Jong would add to this United side, but without that, he needs to tweak for this season at least to get United's targets. If it's top four, if it's a trophy, whatever, achieve Champions League, he needs to do that. If not, then again, I think it will be a challenge. That midfield is not so technically secure yet, even with Casemiro coming in, because you need a ball progressor. But yeah, Neeraj, you're as a Chelsea fan, and I'm sure you were very involved in your own summer transfer window, but from the outside, any thoughts on United's window?
Yeah, I mean, just like Sahil said, I think they have moved in the right direction. I think things are in the optimistic way. So one key thing which I found in ETH, like Sancho picking up, like last season, like
Yeah.
Sancho didn't step up much, and I think he's finding the right shoes, and he's been the key difference in the Liverpool match, and now again he scored yesterday, the last match basically. So that one key goal difference. So I think they are picking up things, and they are in the right direction. They certainly had the players last season as well, but yeah, now things start moving in the right direction. So overall,
Right.
I think it's a good time to be in a United camp. So we saw Manan and Vishak, they were like cribbing. So now the
Yeah.
optimism has come in. So
Yeah.
it's good to see over
True.
here. Yeah.
And one final thing I'd like to touch for United's window is a crucial out or crucial possible out, which was Cristiano, which was the news of United's summer window. Apparently, would have been the only news if he would have moved on. But again, like Neeraj said, Sancho, United's form, ETH, it all revolves around Cristiano being not picked for that 11, so that there is a common idea that ETH can employ, which is pressing, and he's been pretty vocal about it. That
Yeah.
he said, quote unquote, what he said was, I want our attackers as well to press from the front and not just reserve energy to score goals. How more
Correct.
clear can you be? I mean, that's clear hit at Cristiano when he first benched him. And that is
Correct.
bringing the best out of your Rashford, Sancho's, because without Cristiano, these people can thrive. I mean, positional play system, your wingers will score more than your attackers. And Sancho is thriving. Let's see how much. I mean, Cristiano is kind of helpless here. I mean, it's really difficult. I am a Cristiano fan, so this situation is really frustrating for me. I don't know. Sahil,
Yes.
Cristiano, what's up with this? Or Shane, yeah.
No, I so personally, genuinely asking me, same. I'm a diehard Cristiano fan, right? I start like one of the reasons I fell in love with this club because again was major part played by Cristiano and his style of play, and also definitely other factors in it. But currently seeing at the situation, I feel it's more like looking from a team perspective, more beneficial to the team that
Of course.
Cristiano is not starting, right? Like if you ask me, he's not included in the starting 11, and I really don't mind because because he's not ready to face that the style of play or to play that style of play. Again, today I was just reading about Eric Ten Hag in an interview where he said that Cristiano is an important player, but he's missed the entire preseason, and he's like,
Yeah.
preseason is like one of the most important part of starting a season part because it tells you how to play, what kind of football we're gonna play, and it actually grooves you into that rhythm of how the entire system is gonna flow. So I feel from a Cristiano fan point of view, I feel really shitty that I cannot see him play 90 minutes week in week out. But from a team standpoint point of view, I
Yep.
feel it's much better.
Agreed.
It's like if it's taking time, it's taking time. It's okay, but I don't want to mess up the entire rhythm of the team by just playing Cristiano Ronaldo in the team.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
yeah,
But it seems a bit of ironical with this kind of style they are trying to play, and he still wanted Cristiano Ronaldo to be a part of a team. When it's clearly known that Cristiano is not one of those players who press, he is one
Yeah.
of the players who finish.
Yeah.
And I still have a gut feeling that something like Aubameyang will happen. Might he terminate the contract with United, and you can see him still play in a Champions League team.
Yeah, very weird. I mean, if he'd end up playing even a single game of Europa, but that anthem would not suit him. But
Yeah.
that's
yeah,
true. That's true. That's true.
any last thoughts on Man United's window before we just kind of have Sahil's thoughts on his expectation for the season? Or Sahil, you can take away expectation for the season on the basis of the window and the start.
So exactly. So expectations from the season, like of all the United fans are like kind of humbled from the last few seasons performance. So if you ask me, I genuinely like don't have like a lot of expectations where we'll win like 3 trophies, 2 trophies, or whatever, like the number of trophies. I personally don't want. I personally would want United to just establish a style of play that Eric Ten Hag wants to continue in the United side. Like, right. So if it's taking a lot of time, if it's taking an entire season for them to get in the groove, it's okay. if we don't win anything, we are like, at least we like one expectation that I would have is like qualify for top four. But again, if it's okay if they don't do it, but there has to be a progress that we are currently seeing. So last four matches, I have seen like every match in match out, there has been a good progress that United is building up. So current expectations are exactly the same, that it's okay if we don't win the trophies. Just go out, play the Eric Ten Hag football style, trust the process, and eventually the results will come in. It's okay if you don't win it, but I think you shouldn't leave the process. So that's like the basic simple expectation that I would have.
That's a very mature way to look at it, and the right way to
Yeah.
look at it. Hopefully, the board has a similar expectation and gives
Yes.
Ten Hag,
Yes.
for United's sake, of course. I wouldn't care. For United's sake, hopefully he has that time to build.
Yes.
Good coach, hopefully good backing. Okay, so that was United. All in all, good conversation there, and we'll go from the highest spenders or second highest spenders to the highest spenders
Highest spenders.
in the summer. Chelsea Football
Sure.
Club, the owner. So when we started the podcast, there was an uncertainty over the owner. They were looking for an owner, and the new owner came in. Then Neeraj Kush were unsure. I mean, if the Abramovich pampering era would continue, and Todd Boehly just came in and caught all the fans by the balls, and he was like, "I'm going to spend even more than what Abramovich spent, and pamper you even more than he pampered you all." And he went all out, Neeraj. I mean, what was this window? And final thoughts, but still on the field, a lot of. I mean, Tuchel
Yeah.
is doing his own things, but yeah, Neeraj, over to you.
So, I mean, this has to be one of the craziest transfer window which we had. I mean, from what it started and then how it panned out in the middle, nothing happened, and then
When
finally,
you say we, is it you and Barcelona?
yeah, yeah, definitely. They have to come with us. So, I mean, what the expectations were. So, I mean, we have borderline we bought the things which we needed, but I mean I'm not satisfied. So basically, so the striker was which we have since the inception. It all went on the Lukaku saga, and he went, and then the first thing you needed to do is to bring a striker, right?
Yeah.
And then they realized it on the last day of the transfer window when Havertz missed an easy chance, like we need a striker. And then they started looking for Aubameyang and all those things. So yeah, I mean the first thing which we needed was a striker, in my opinion, and the second thing which we needed, obviously you needed to try to retain Rudiger and Christensen, which were leaving. But if you're sure that they are leaving, then you should plan for a backup, right? So the backups were planned, but the arrivals were not coming. So all those stalled phase, because of that we could not focus on the striker. And then there was a problem in midfield as well. Like our midfield is quite, we do not have like key forward passes. I think I
Yeah.
only we have only Kovacic who makes that thing. Otherwise, if you see Jorginho, he's like quite slow and in his process and everything.
UEFA Men's
So
Player of the Year last year, Ballon d'Or
yeah,
top three last year.
but that is because on the overall team achievement. If you see him individually as a player, I mean, not many would rate him high.
Yeah.
So, so, so that is the reason. So I think we still miss that. Like one, I don't know the opinion on Sakaria, but and yeah, we have this Kante's injury woes as well, which has been for the past 3 seasons. Like I think he's maximum played 20 matches in a PL. So that is another thing. So yeah, but I think borderline we have done. Like we needed a striker, we got Aubameyang, who's like a bit experienced in the PL. And then the midfield we got Sakaria as a backup, and
Also
then in the
Chukwemeka.
yeah, and yeah, in the right back, we got Fofana and Cucurella. So I think we have done well, but to all in all rate on a scale of 10, I'll say 7, because we were at club which you did not buy a players below 25 at a time. Like Abramovich had that benchmark, and now
Yeah.
everybody's come about 30, like Kolib Koulibaly and and Thiago.
Oba.
Our best CB is all 38 years old.
He's only
So
38? I thought he was minimum 68 or something. It's
yeah,
crazy. It's crazy,
so
man.
yeah, so I mean, so bit skeptical because the Tuchel's approach as well. But
Mm.
yeah, let's see how we pan out. So
Yeah.
over to other folks who have the thoughts.
I
Dipesh.
have a list of Chelsea arrivals. I think it's a great list. It has Fofana, it has Cucurella, Sterling, Koulibaly,
Koulibaly, Chukwuemeka.
Rafinha, Jules Koundé, and Robert Lewandowski. So I think it's a great overall summer window for Chelsea.
You missed this Maguire.
Oh, also Jesus.
Oh man,
Jesus.
Maguire, yeah, Maguire. Please take him. It's okay. It's not. The deadline day hasn't passed yet.
Okay, so also, I mean, how could Neeraj not talk about the dozen defenders that you all got? I mean, I'm sure you wanted a striker, but more than that, you wanted a good set of CBs as well. Because Rudiger, Christensen, as he was on his way out, now he had to reluctantly stay rather. But yeah, I mean, Todd Boehly, his approach is he wants success on the go. He wants that trust with the fans. So he didn't care about his ego or respect when he went about players that other clubs are after, which normally big clubs are wary of. कि इज्जत बचना चाहिए अपना. But Todd just went about very openly. Also, I think he also fed Fabrizio with a lot of news that we bid for Rafinha, डाल दे. Almost here we got one stocks. वो भी डाले जा रहे. Or he's very specifically mentioning Todd Boehly ऐसा. So good that he's interested so much because that's what you wanted to see, right? In the mid review, I remember when you said you just want to see that they're investing. You were really reluctant that chalo kharida hai, there's a loan, there's a debt. So will he be spending? But he spent. Yeah,
Quite a lot.
and yeah, midfield I agree. But my personal signing off the season for Chelsea is Raheem Sterling. I mean, I don't
Yes,
know
definitely.
the
Yeah,
common man's
yeah,
opinion on
yeah.
him, but he's your best attacker at the moment.
Correct.
And Chelsea is lacking a lot of attacking because this new system that Tuchel is going about, it needs individual ability, and Raheem is the only one right now who has it. I don't know what's happened to Pulisic. I mean, confidence seems very down, but yeah, if Pulisic can come up, great. But right now, I don't. Let's see how Oba does on the other part of London. But okay.
I think Aubameyang is also an amazing signing.
Yeah,
I
latest
had
experience with Oba, na, Deepesh.
I had very less expectations from him when he came to Barcelona because of the things that happened at Arsenal with his discipline
Yeah.
and with his discipline in general. But he shined really well at the club. Like he scored crucial goals in big matches and really pushed Barcelona to number 2 spot in the league. Jabki, it's unrealistic for in La Liga for Barcelona or Real Madrid to finish out of the top 4, but it looked like we will not end up in the top 4. But he was a crucial part in pushing Barcelona to the top 4 position and
Yeah.
really helped us. I think that is an amazing signing for Chelsea because he can really score goals. Like
Ocho.
if you get him the ball in the penalty box, he will score the goal for sure.
Only positive thing from Barca which came to us.
There is
Also,
also Alonso came in as a positive for Chelsea from
Yeah.
Barcelona.
You're also welcome for Bahrain, Deepesh.
Mm,
No, no. Thank you. You can take him back.
Also, I feel as I think Neeraj said very well that there was a time where Chelsea used to sign all these youngsters and under 25 was the norm in the Abramovich era. And this actual transfer season also, I felt that you guys were going quite behind Anthony Gordon, right? Like
yeah,
you were heavily
yeah,
linked with him, and
yeah.
I genuinely feel Anthony Gordon is a really good player. Like the control, the way he takes away the ball ahead. But I don't know what happened where from Anthony Gordon you went to play Aubameyang, where that entire. I think that one thing like sums up the entire Chelsea transfer window, where you should have been going behind Anthony Gordon as hard as you can, and but you ended up with Aubameyang. Aubameyang again, a good player, a proven PL asset. I would say. But yeah, I think Chelsea uh, uh, had a good transfer season, but I am still not very sure about how the entire team dynamics will work out.
Correct.
Because as I said, like yesterday's match, right? We watched, and like Chilwell just came off the bench and he scored a goal and an assist, and I was like, this is expected from Cucurella, right? I don't know, it's too soon or something, but Cucurella is the one who should be doing all of this, like going ahead, doing that attacking runs and everything and all that. Maybe it's too soon, but I hope, but I don't know, like how it will fit into the system.
Would you buy Oba in your FPL team though, Sahil?
No,
No.
no, I would.
If he came for 4 million.
Oh, yeah, then obviously.
Then
Yeah, so
Obviously.
this is Chelsea's thing. They got him for cheap. They have no expectation, but they have that quality.
True.
So that's
Correct.
all that.
But-
I mean, yeah, Shani.
but again, he's wearing the number 9. So you
That number
you-
9 curse.
you can say about the quality and everything, but the curse is real.
The curse is real. The curse is real.
Barca did the best possible business with Oba, because Oba, when he's motivated, he's one of the best strikers ever in the last decade. And the numbers say it themselves when he's motivated. And after a point, once he's settled in, at every club he's had a pattern of fading out, etc. What Barca did is took him when he's most motivated, 6 months. As soon as he was trying to settle in, got a new number and all of that. Beach bhi diya, paisa bhi diya, so they've absolutely removed that behavior thing. But
So the transfer with Aubameyang was really good for Barcelona. I think we got him for free. We paid him very, very less salary for a quality player like him. Like there were, I don't know the exact numbers, वो कहीं बाहर नहीं आए, but it was like Arsenal paid 90-95% of his salary. Barcelona paid him next to nothing. Like Barcelona paid him peanuts. And when we really signed him, when we really gave him a good contract, that is when we also sold him for a good 10-12 million profit. So Barcelona literally invested peanuts on Aubameyang. So I think it's a good thing for Barcelona.
yeah,
I mean, it's a
Even though
good transfer. Sorry, go ahead, Deepesh.
Even though I would have loved if Aubameyang would have stayed, because his passion and his commitment was so huge last season for us. I think it would have been good, but I think he wouldn't have got chances as well. Chelsea he would get a lot of chances.
Yeah,
but the number 9 curse, we don't know.
We can discuss that absolutely in detail. I mean, we'll come to Barcelona for sure.
Yeah.
And Oba, I think, and I think that 6 months was it. Abhi aur aage motivated nahi rehta, bench mein pada hua rehta. So, with departures, Chelsea's departure, I mean, CHO finally got his loan move. I like him. I love his profile. I really rooted for him. Injury wasn't great. Plus, Chelsea also didn't handle him in the best way. Managers couldn't, maybe because the expectation at Chelsea is so high that couldn't necessarily trust CHO so much. But now hopefully Leverkusen, if I'm not wrong, he got his loan move too. Hopefully in German, normally wingers tend to do well. He gets his confidence back, his mojo back. And another two big departures, Billy Gilmore and Timo Werner. What about Billy Gilmore, Neeraj? I mean, why wasn't he given a chance in midfield?
I mean, even we had discussed that. I mean, even I'm not sure, like, why wasn't he preferred? Like, Tuchel did not like his play or not like that. But yeah, he was not given any preseason chances as well, good one. So he was just offloaded. Like, we don't want you.
Scottish,
and
right?
Sold. Yeah. Scottish.
Probably didn't understand his accent as being a German.
Maybe.
Okay. Now, Neeraj, your expectations from the season.
I would just want to ask Neeraj about Timo Werner. How does it feel, Neeraj?
They got 18 million, man.
But I think that is still less. But yeah, ठीक है, जो मिला तो ले लो. But my take on, I think it's good that he went. Like, because my honest opinion was he's not a perfect number 9 and he was not a perfect winger. He was somewhat in between those two. Like things were not working out. Like I used to remember जब भी आएगा cut inside करेगा और near post पे मारेगा. और that was so common. Like goalkeepers will save that. And I was like, bus ho gaya, this player, I don't want him. So yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, like he went, and it's good for his career as well. I think he'll thrive in Germany. So yeah,
Yeah.
mutually, it's good deal for
I
both
think
of them. Yeah.
apart from Timo Werner, since the whole Chelsea is revolving around attacking issues, one of the players they got back from loan was an attacking player, that is Gallagher, and you're still not seeing him get that rhythm that he had at Crystal Palace. Free flowing. Sometimes I think it's not a player issue; it's a Chelsea issue.
System. Yeah.
Yeah, system.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
So like you have two options as a double pivot to be played, and then somebody can play on top of that too. So I don't know whether he's unable to realize that or he doesn't want to realize it. That,
It's so evident. I mean,
yeah. So it's a bad thing for him also because he played such good football last season, and suddenly you see him, obsolete basically, not doing anything.
yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
I feel one last thing to add is I totally relate to you, Neeraj, because not from a Chelsea fan point of view, but from an FPL fan point of view, because it was so frustrating to own Timo Werner, dude. Like it was pathetic. There was a season run where I was like, okay, ab marega, ab ye karega, ye season hoga, ye match hoga. And he came in cheap, right? He came in at around 9.5 million, a Chelsea striker. The hype around him was like huge because he's back from Leipzig and all. And plus you have ball providers to him, like, from the right you have Havertz, then you have Kante, you have every, person attacking and, giving ball to Timo Werner. But dude, the amount of misses, like I remember one match, I was like, मैं इसको अब भी निकालेगा. It's okay, I'll take a -4, I don't care, but I want him out of the fucking team. He is pathetic. But yeah, I
Man,
That last sentence.
he
Yeah.
needs transitional situations around him, and Red Bull
Yeah.
teams are ideal for that.
Correct.
Okay, so finally to cap this one off, Neeraj, expectations from Chelsea season.
So totally different to what Sahil said. I think system to dikh nahi raha yahan pe. I don't see anything is following. Everything is going idhar udhar haywire. Everything. So what I'd like to say, I would want us to finish in top 4, but that seems quite bleak because the other teams have picked up in those situations, and I want to see how Tuchel manages it now, because the same system which he's been going through has been like known by all the teams. Like he has to come up with a plan B, or let's see if he can bring that plan B. Now he has the players as well. Like जो भी है, he's got Aubameyang, he's got Fofana, and he's got Coquerella. So backups be here. So let's see how he makes them and gel them into a team, and and he gets the result. So my expectation would be that, like top 4 finish kiya, though that'll be a very very big boost. But let's hope for the best.
Okay. And just one signing we missed out, Guardiola for next season. Chelsea signed 90 million defender.
Oh,
I
yes.
think directly replacing Thiago, but the amount on defenders crazy. But yeah, hopefully Tuchel, I don't know. He does not want to leak goals, that's for sure. Later, बाकी सब देखा जाएगा. So
Yes.
okay, that was Chelsea. Good discussion on Chelsea as well. From Chelsea, we'll go to their love interest, FC Barcelona. So I mean, it cannot be a greater transition. I wanted Liverpool, but I mean, you cannot miss Barca without having all of this discussion of Chelsea. That is podcast 1. First step from this long conversation that we had. I'm sure you enjoyed, and like you saw at the end, we'll have the Barcelona discussion, of course, in a separate video. It had to be. And hope you enjoyed. Like the video. Comment on your thoughts, like we said, and subscribe and hit the bell icon, because we have lots of videos. The next videos will have Liverpool, Arsenal, Barcelona, and we have also predicted our top 6, and also probably we had to re-look at Haaland's numbers because we had gone really conservative in our mid reviews, so we had to re-look at those numbers, and some outrageous predictions there, but let's see. So all of that to come in further videos, so hit the bell icon, like I said, subscribe, and thank you for watching. Bye bye, have a good day.